So the chapter, for the most part, two things was mainly happening. It was an all-out assault on Peeka, everyone going in. You got Don Chin Jiao fucking going in. So that was the majority of the chapter. But then the other part of the chapter, that ending that you could just theorize and just imagine what the fuck went down. When Law gives you what it was that made him want to extract revenge on Doflamingo, like, oh. So this Peeka guy definitely is a lot more formidable than I could have ever imagined. Like, I really, honestly, when I seen Doflamingo's crew and you get the whole layout of all of them, I never thought that you would have all these people, Don Chin Jiao, the Hopple Navy, Hideo, all these people trying to take down one dude. And it's like, they break his arm, it comes back because you basically got to go after the main body. And I was just like, what the fuck does it take to take this guy down? You got Luffy on top of the bull, which in this chapter he was called Bully, so I don't know if Uzi is actually supposed to be Bully or something, or that was just a translation error. And I think that actually, that name, I like it. It fits it more than just like Uzi, like Lucy. I think Bully just kind of sounds a little bit more like, oh, it's kind of cool, you know? You got some epic bits in the chapter, Grizzly Magnum on Peeka, but overall it wasn't until Zoro set up where he's basically fighting the real Peeka that any damage is going to happen, because basically what it seems like is when Peeka's using his ability, unless you actually get the real Peeka, you really can't do anything because his arm just keeps regenerating, his head and everything. So you actually get a good setup when Zoro actually attacks him. And the way Zoro was talking, he was kind of like, yo, dog, you light work. You're not going up against my captain. You better just settle right here, and you're going to settle for me. And that was a good setup right there for a good fight, because it seems like Peeka, at the very least, is one of the strongest of the Doflamingo family. So to have Zoro up against him, that actually seems like a good fit overall. Although, like, again, his technique is pretty fucking hacked from what we've seen. He's like a colossal titan inside of stone or something. But then the ending of the chapter, where basically Law lays down what it is. 13 years ago, the person most dearest to him was taken away by Doflamingo. And it makes you just wonder, like, because he basically said his name is Corazon, which Corazon is Spanish for heart, if you didn't know. And he was actually his benefactor, which I'm guessing he, like, you know, helped out Law and just looked out for him or whatever. And then he says that that was Doflamingo's real brother. Now, benefactor, that word in particular in the translation I read anyway, that can mean that, you know, he helped him out financially as well. Maybe he guided him. For Law to go this far, you know that he at the very least cared for him enough to make him want to do this. So, with him saying that, that makes you wonder, did Doflamingo selfishly do all these things in the sense that he killed his father and his brother possibly to inherit all this money and this fortune and everything and these titles, or get away with something? Maybe after his mother's death, maybe his mother's death wasn't even an accident. Maybe this guy is so fucked up that he actually strung all this together. Yeah, strung all this together. Ha ha ha. No, but serious. He possibly could have done all this to inherit everything, and that shit that he gave you, that speech that he said, you guys are all I have left, maybe it's just him having them follow him based on, like, yeah, he's this good and righteous person. But if he strung everything together with his mother's death, killing his father, and killing his brother Corazon, and it's just like, what? I want to first of all know who the hell Corazon is. Like, I want to actually see a flashback of this or something. This is something that I want to know what the fuck went down. Why did Doflamingo kill him? Why did this guy befriend Law? Why was he so good to Law? And just overall, how did everything go down? We definitely need to find that out. But it was just a really strong, impactful thing. And that also leads, because if his name was Corazon, Corazon is Spanish for heart. That's probably why Law named his, you know, crew the Heart Pirates in honor of, you know, Corazon. So just so many different things you can interpret with the end of that chapter, and it was just a good thing to hear who this person was, because we've been like over half a year, over a year or something, wondering who the hell this is that Law was trying to extract revenge for, and then we finally get it, this guy Corazon, and it's just like, Doflamingo, are you really that fucked up to kill one of your last relatives? And if so, what for? Like, the only thing I could think of is he wanted to be the sole benefactor and the sole inheritor of all of the fortune of his family and the titles and everything, or he was trying to get away with something, and he knew if his family was around, he wouldn't be able to do it. I really wish we would have got more about that ending, because it was just like, for the most part of the chapter, it was cool. It was like, you know, Peeka, everyone attacking Peeka, and then we got to set up with Zoro and him at the end, but it was just like, I want to know more about this revenge and this person Corazon and just everything that went down. It's just like, ugh! And unfortunately, Oda, he's sick, and he's getting his tonsils removed because he keeps getting sick from that. And I'm really scared to, you know, keep hearing this. I know this is a little bit out of the review or whatever, but because Oda keeps getting sick quite a bit, and I would really hate for him to, you know, get to a point where he just stops writing One Piece for a really long time or something. So enjoy your 2 weeks, you know, get your rest and feel better and everything, because I definitely don't want anything to happen to Oda or anything like that. You know, his health is first and foremost. So we won't be having One Piece for 2 weeks, which is real unfortunate, leaving us with that cliffhanger at the end with Law, you know, describing this Corazon person. It's like, I want to know, what was he about? He was a top leader, obviously, of the Don Quixote family, but I just gotta see why Doflamingo killed him. Was Doflamingo really that fucked up? So overall, it was okay chapter up until that ending. It was a great ending, and, you know, it had a setup with Zoro versus Peeka. So all that into account, I'm gonna give this one 7.5 out of 10. Good stuff. Can't wait to see what the fuck's gonna happen, but it's gonna be like, what, 3 weeks, I guess, because 2 weeks off and then the 3rd week, so it'll be 3 weeks until we find all this out. So until then, it's like, I'm gonna be like, Urgh! Let me know what you guys think. First of all, why do you think Doflamingo killed his own fucking brother, took him away, so to speak? Do you think it was to inherit everything? Do you think that he actually killed all of his family, even his mother, to inherit everything, or to keep some sort of secret? Do you think that Peeka's powers was a little bit too hacked to the point where everyone is striking him and nobody is doing really any damage to him? Just overall thoughts of the chapter. Just what do you think about that mind-blowing ending? It was like, fuck, Doflamingo's own brother was against him, then you know this motherfucker's rotten to the core. I don't care what anyone says. If he was helping a little Law and got killed in the process, Doflamingo is just one rotten motherfucker, unless it was an accident. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I greatly appreciate it. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.